This date, 66 years ago, December 7th, 1941, fell on a Sunday. Most Americans were doing chores, and many were listening to the radio, as television had yet to be introduced to the consumer. The world was becoming a dangerous place, with Hitler's Germany on the march in Europe, and the Empire of Japan invading China and making threatening noises towards other countries in Asia. Like Sundays today, many Americans were listening to a Sunday football game.
Up to his left, he's over the 10. Nice block there by Lehman. Cup still going. He's up to the 25. And now he's hit hard about the 27-yard line. Bruiser Kennard made the tackle.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you this important bulletin from the United Press. Flash, Washington. The White House announces Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. Stay tuned to WOR for further developments, which will be broadcast immediately as received.
The next day, President Franklin Roosevelt addressed a joint session of Congress and the entire American people via radio to request that war be declared.
Mr. Vice President, Mr. Speaker, members of the Senate, of the House of Representatives, yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. With confidence in our armed forces, with the unbounding determination of our people, we will gain the inevitable triumph, so help us God.
Americans, who were desperate to avoid another world war, were in shock. Although they had made their intentions known to the world, that they had no interest in the European or Asian war, they had been attacked nonetheless. That generation of Americans, a product of terrible sacrifice of the Great Depression, were once again called on to an even more terrible sacrifice. More than 400,000 Americans would give their lives over the next 4 years, and more than 72 million military and civilian deaths would occur worldwide. The generation of Americans who first fought poverty and hunger through the Great Depression would go on to preserve freedom and democracy for us and the world. They have become known as the Great Generation. It is therefore appropriate that as we enjoy our freedoms today, that we honor and acknowledge their sacrifices of yesterday on this Pearl Harbor Day, December 7th, 2007.